The Economic Development Board has reported that the country attracted 22.5 billion Singapore dollars in fixed asset investment commitments in 2022. A record high for EDB, it was driven by the electronics sector, which accounted for around two-thirds of FAI commitments. When projects are fully implemented in the coming years, they will create over 17,000 new jobs with a projected contribution of $20.6 billion in value added per annum. Joining us now is Damian Chan, Economic Development Board Executive Vice President. Thanks for joining us today, Damian. So let's get straight into the numbers. The fixed asset investment commitments in 2022 hit a 10-year high of over $22 billion, significantly higher than 2020's $17 billion, which is the next highest year since 2013. Now, what do you think drove this, and how can we continue this growth?
So two-thirds of our fixed asset investments last year came from electronics. So this was riding on the semiconductor super cycle, where companies were increasing capacity to meet the surge in demand, as well as also building to increase their supply chain diversity around the world. And at the same time, also EDB attracted $6.2 billion in total business expenditure, which was higher than the previous year. Now, we do not expect the fixed asset investment performance of last year to be repeated over the next few years. So firstly, we are at the end of the semiconductor super cycle. And also, of course, there are global headwinds which we are facing, including a global economic slowdown, as well as higher interest rates, which will affect investment decisions and even delay certain implementation of investments as well. However, we are confident that Singapore will continue to be competitive in the longer term, especially as the long-term trends for semiconductors continue to be positive, as semiconductors will be more pervasive across not just computing, automotive, but going into industrials as well.
So the report mentions that the new investments will lead to some 17,000 new jobs, predominantly in the hub and business services sector, as well as advanced manufacturing. How much do you think this will benefit Singaporeans?
So from last year's investments, we expect to create more than 17,000 jobs over the next 5 years. And this, we expect about 70% of these jobs will be PMAT, or professional managers, engineers and technician jobs, for which the majority will be for Singaporeans. And these investments and these jobs will be in exciting new areas as well. For example, in the area of green economy, in areas such as materials engineers, as well as also carbon capture specialists, and also in other areas in the green economy like agri-food.
Now, continuing on jobs, while the FAI commitments grew quite considerably, the number of expected jobs was comparatively low, nowhere near the 32,000 jobs created in 2019. Why do you think this is so?
The focus is not just on really the number of jobs, but on productivity, as well as well-paying jobs. And we do see that the investments we have attracted last year are fully in line with that.
So, Damian, then what is EDB's strategy going forward, especially as you mentioned in an uncertain economy fraught with a slowing global demand, high interest rates and increased competition from other global players?
So we will focus on attracting quality investments where Singapore will be a critical node in the global value chain. We will press on leveraging on high growth opportunities, whether in the digital economy or in the green economy space. In the green economy, for instance, we continue to be successful in attracting carbon services companies to set up. Just over the course of last year, we attracted more than 13 companies, making a total of about more than 70 companies in the carbon services space, providing services such as advisory, MRV, which is measurement, reporting and verification, and carbon trading, just to name a few. We will also continue to foster innovation and product development opportunities which will enable Singapore to build globally leading ventures. At the same time, we will look at fostering greater regional cooperation, especially in a more fragmented world.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos.